Hello, how you doing?
Hello, is this Dazzle?
Yeah, it's Dazzle.
Yes, how you doing? I want to know if I can book a reading or if you're available for a reading.
Yes, always. What's on your mind?
Okay, so I think my baby father's speaking with the girl next door.
What?
And yes, because she always looking at me funny. She never really speak. But every time I'm with him, it's like she speak and be giggly, like doing this like a side eye thing. I think it's like a woman's intuition thing. He say I'm tripping, but I know I'm not. He don't do nothing for me, nothing for my kids. And the other day, I found like a Gucci receipt in his armrest, and just coincidentally, she had like some
Alright, we're
Gucci
gonna
shoes.
figure.
You know what? A girl have beef with me, she gonna have beef with me forever.
This This is the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend. Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because this is the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend. Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because this is the song that doesn't end.
How do I turn you off?
Yes, it goes on and on, my friend.
Okay.
Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever.
I can't believe you guys. Okay, I've had it. That's it. That's it. What are you doing?
Some people started singing
What?
it, not
What is
knowing
this?
what it was,
Hey!
and they'll
No,
continue
this, no.
singing it
This is the last time, right? This is it. This is it. This is it. This is not funny.
My friend, some people started
Okay, if you guys are gonna keep that up, I want you to go
singing it,
far, far away. Go, go, go.
singing it forever
No.
just because
Keep
this is
on
the
going.
song that
Woo, look.
doesn't end. Yes, it goes on
Woo.
and on, my friend. This is the song that
Charlie, horse! No, stop. Charlie, stop. I want you to go away. Go away. And don't slam the door.
Hello. Oh my God.
Yes, it goes on and on, my friend. Some people started singing it, not knowing
Oh my
what
God.
it
And it's
was.
still going. It's a song that never ends. This whole beef is a song that never freaking ends. I'm tired of it. This beef that lasted long as hell. I mean, I promise you, kids have been born and created, marriages have been formed and divorced. There's been new presidents in office. I mean, wars and broke out and everything. This is how long the goddamn beef then lasted. I'm tired. And I know y'all tired too. I know y'all tired of seeing this mess. Okay. Hello, everybody. It's your girl Dazzle, and I'm back for another tarot reading in the conversation. Okay, so please like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified of when I upload and when I go live. And if you would like to book a private reading, Cardi B. Ooh, okay, yeah. I'm tired of Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. I don't know if y'all are tired, but I'm tired. Okay, I don't. Honestly speaking, we just gonna get into the nitty gritty of it. I'm gonna tell y'all my honest opinion and give y'all a good, honest, clean reading about it. There's no bias in it. There's nothing. I'm tired of hearing Team Cardi, Team Nicki, this and the third, some bias ass shit. I don't want to listen to that. Okay, because But anyway, before I even go further though, let me tell y'all, I gotta give y'all a pregnancy update, right? So I am now 20 weeks and 2 days pregnant, and my baby is the size of a grapefruit now. They said it was going to be, even though they said that, but I've been feeling it was going to be some type of like uterine pain because your uterus is expanding and things like that. So I've been feeling that. Yay, caught the live. Yes, unwind and dine with the Thompsons. Hey, boo, what's up, baby? Unwind and dine. That sounds good. What kind of wine you like and what you cooking? I like the dine part. You know, I can't really drink wine, but I'm a dine with you. But so my uterus is expanding and things like that, so I already feel that pressure. And one thing that nobody told me about, right, and I didn't notice at all, do you know you, as in your second trimester, you can have like pain and swelling in your wrist and in your hands, and it's like carpal tunnel syndrome and stuff. They call it young mother's disease or whatever, right? So I have like some wishing you a healthy pregnancy, Chardonnay and some jerk chicken. Chardonnay, okay. Thank you so much. Okay, well, let me tell y'all. Okay, so mind you, my co-host is my dog Lex, and he is now barking outside because the people who are mowing the grass is out there with the lawnmower, and he is just happy as hell to see them, and now he's barking. So, oh my God, I'm just so mad at this that I gotta tell y'all, hold on for 1 sec, because I'm mad as hell that I gotta do this. But I'm about to take him upstairs with his daddy. Okay, give me 1 second. Lex, nuh-uh, you are not about to be down here barking and messing up my live, baby. I love you to death, but we can't be doing that. And you're messing up my blinds. No, you're not going out there to bark. Come on, let's go. Let's go with Daddy. Come on, let's go. Let's go, boo. You are not about to be out there barking and messing up my stuff. Come on, let's go. Come on, Lex. Come on. Come on. Go on ahead. He just never ends with barking. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Oh. Phew. I did all that. Okay, back to it. My bad, y'all. Hey, boo, how's the baby? The baby is good. Okay. Now I gotta catch my breath because I just ran up the steps, y'all. So, back to you, Miss Chardonnay and jerk chicken. Let me tell you. First of all, I stopped drinking Chardonnay a long time ago before I was pregnant, right? Because Chardonnay is like the white liquor of wine, okay? You gonna mess around and get the fighting over Chardonnay. Don't do Chardonnay no more. But jerk chicken, I like mild jerk chicken, not spicy, okay? So as long as it's mild jerk chicken, and as long as it's like mixed, if it can be some like Rasta pasta, I love Rasta pasta. I put that in some Rasta pasta real quick. Okay, but let me get back to the carpal tunnel. Girl, you can get carpal tunnel, right? So for the longest, this whole time, I thought I was laying on my arm wrong. And whole time, it was something else. I thought I was laying on my arm or something, and my hands was going to sleep and stuff. And I will wake up and my hands will feel like numb and tingly and like pins and needles. And I couldn't like put it in a fist and stuff like that. Like, it's painful. So after a while, I was like, I need to figure this out because, oh my God, I work with my hands at work and it's just crazy. My wrist hurt now. It feel like, I don't know, like I broke my wrist, but I didn't. So my wrist hurt. And when I do this, like, I feel like I hear like a popping noise sometimes. Like, it's crazy. I did not know pregnancy would be like this, right? So they say one of the remedies is, the treatment for it is the shots, right? So I'm like, oh wow. So now I have to like talk to my I'm gonna talk to my OBGYN today, but I'm gonna have to call my primary care provider as well because I don't know if it's just a pregnancy thing or if I need to do my primary care provider. You know what I'm saying? Because it seems like that. But today at 1 o'clock, I have a 1 o'clock appointment because I had my anatomy ultrasound scan, and that's when they're gonna like, I guess, measure the baby and whatnot and check for more stuff. So far, my blood tests and everything came back, and it says the baby is absolutely fine. Okay, we're all fine. I don't have high blood pressure, nothing like that. He's fine. Yes. Okay. And let me tell you. So I already found out the gender early on because I took a blood test, right? So I'm having a baby boy. He's going to be a boy, and it's going to be so cute. So yes. And who else is here? Okay, I already said hi to Dominique and Soretta Andrews. How you doing, girl? So I'm having a boy, and I want my baby shower to be in December. So December's coming up quick, and there's gonna be a lot. It's also in December the twins' birthday. So we have a birthday party for them. We're gonna do a baby shower, and it's gonna be Christmas all in December, right? So they said that scan is the longest scan you'll have, and sometimes if you have to come back, don't be scared. It happens. It's the longest scan. I'm scared now. Oh, it's a him. Congratulations, friend. Thank you. Oh, I gotta get my so I made an Amazon baby registry, but I haven't put anything on the baby registry yet, so I gotta figure it out. Oh, congrats. Being a boy mama is amazing, so special. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait. And then, oh my God, like they said you feel flutters. I feel flutters, right? So it's him and his little kicks and stuff. Mind you, don't mind it. It's the lawnmower over there. You know, my background. But I feel like the little kicks and stuff now, right? So, but it's like little tapping. It's not really big tapping. When are you due? February the 16th. That's what they said. February 16th. Yeah, because they check everything. Oh God, are they going to put something up me? Because I know it's another tool that they can use for like ultrasounds and stuff, and they go up the vagina. And I hope I don't have to go through all that today. I don't feel like going through all that. Just use the tool. Just use the one that just scanned over my belly. You said they check everything. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna be there for a minute. Oh man. Well, my husband's going to be there with me, though. So he's home, and he came home from work in the morning. I dropped the kids off. So he's upstairs asleep right now, and he's going to be coming with me. No, it's the belly one. They normally only do the vaginal one when you're really early on. Okay, girl. Because, you know, I'm a first-time mom. Girl, I done heard a lot. It's like as soon as people found out I was pregnant, it's like a mob of women just been coming to me, giving me all types of advice and their experience and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh God. But nobody told me about the carpal tunnel stuff in my hands. Nobody said that. They were more so talking about, you know, pain in your back or something, your legs. But they was even talking about I got a good girlfriend of mine. She was telling me how she had to, I think, take shots every once in a while. I mean, you know, periodically when she was pregnant because of her blood type. And she scared me for a second because she was like, yes, check your blood type. Because if you have a certain blood type, you know, the body will fight the baby and, you know, will reject the baby. And I was like, okay. But then I checked my blood type. They found out. I was like, no, everything's fine. He said, oh, you're going to have a little Aquarius on your hands. Yes. And not only that, he's going to be a Cuspian. He's going to be an Aquarius and a Pisces mixed. Oh, my God. Oh, I could imagine. I have 3. Each pregnancy is so different, so I try to not to infringe all those opinions. None of my 3 are I had the same pregnancy. Yes, I think I'm B negative. So like for right now, like for me, I am O positive. So they was like, "Oh, you have a special blood type. You're O positive," and I forgot whether it was the universal recipient or the universal donor. I think I'm a universal donor, so I can give it away. I'm like, "Oh no, y'all not about to give away my blood. Leave my blood alone." But yes, he's gonna be in Aquarius, and my husband is in Aquarius, and my crazy brother is in Aquarius. My crazy uncle is an Aquarius Pisces mixed. Okay, so they can have him. They can have him. No male Aquarius is getting on my nerves. You said no, I'm O positive, but B negative is the one that has to do the shots. Yeah. Hey, Tweety. I'm a Virgo Libra. If I was not born early in the morning, I would have been a Libra. Yes. See, whole time I'm the first day of Gemini. So whole time I'm mixed with a little bit of Taurus, you know? My bro and dad are Aquarius, and they get on your nerves, don't they? They're stubborn. You can't tell them nothing. And a lot of times, if you want them to do the right thing, sometimes you have to tell them the wrong thing so they can do the opposite, which is the right thing. And if everybody is telling them no, the rebellious side of them will do it anyway. I'm last day Leo. Oh, you're a last day Leo. That means you're mixed. So hold on. Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Libra. You mixed with a Leo Virgo cusp, basically. Leo Virgo cusp. You are mixed. You're cuspian too. So I got a lot of cuspians around me. Ooh. So, but I like Leos and Virgos too. But them Aquariuses is good. They get on my nerves, child. But look, that's what's been going on. And like it is discomfort down there because I guess I am expanding. So I have to use the bathroom all the damn time. And basically, like for instance, when I ran up the steps with Lex and put him in the room with his daddy, my abdomen hurt now. Okay. So now I got to sit my ass back down. Okay. So now I've been rendered defenseless because of my hands now. So now I can't fight if I wanted to because this shit hurts. Okay. And now I can't do the most. So now I'm all dainty and living in my feminine era and just being the empress, the pregnant empress that I am. So, you know, some female shit. But look, you said Libra sun, Taurus moon, and Sag rising. Oh, you said I'm late. Stand up. Let me see. Okay. So you said yes, feminine era. Okay, let me show y'all. I'm going to show y'all, then we can get on with this Cardi B, Nicki Minaj mess. Let me move this seat. Ooh. Ooh. So I like to pull my pants all the way up like Steve Urkel. I don't know why. But look, hopefully y'all can see it. I hope y'all can see it. Ooh. Yeah, I can't really see. But it's right here. But my stomach, okay, so I'm going to tell y'all, I don't like my stomach right now because it is getting bigger. But I felt like I had a beer gut. So I'm thinking I was going to have some cute little volleyball looking stomach. No, boo, I have a beer gut. It looked like a beer gut. It looked like I've been drinking 2 11s, okay? Because it was like one, and mind you, real quick story, and then yeah. You said I see it. But let me tell y'all a quick story. Oh, thank you. My grandma bought me this sweater. So when I first started my job, I lost a lot of weight, right? I lost by I think 80 pounds, right? So I went all the way down. So, oh, thank you. So, yes. So I lost a lot of weight. So my stomach was actually flat for a time. Okay. So I started buying crop tops to show my little belly and stuff. Little cute little skinny girl shit. Then when I got pregnant, because I wasn't wearing it like that. So I probably wore those crop tops like once or twice, right? So when I got pregnant and stuff, I wasn't wearing them like that. But then all of a sudden I wanted to wear them. And I look like you see, I know you see like the little cartoons with the fat kid and their shirt be all the way up here and their belly be out and they got on leggings and the belly done lap the leggings. And I'm like, why my belly gotta look like that right now? It just look boop, like it's just done lap. But when I wear dresses and stuff, you can see it. But I'm like, what the hell? You said wear them around the house, basically at this point. And I'm mad as hell. And then my tatas hurt. And then when they don't hurt, it's like my areolas or something hurt. It's what the hell? But yes, I'm like, how come my belly can't look all nice and round and stuff? No, it looked like a 211 belly, girl. It looked like I've been drinking malt liquor. And I was like, yep, that would be me, right? But I'm pretty sure it's going to get bigger, you know. But it looked like it's malt liquor. but yes, I'm gonna wear them around the house, girl. Belly out, no bra. It's a mess. But nah. But that's what I've been up to, y'all. That's been me. And I've been sleeping a lot. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. I had a client last night, and I know she fuck with me because if she ain't fuck with me, it would look highly unprofessional. Because I have a thing. I keep falling asleep. If I'm not working, look, y'all gotta catch me when y'all catch me. Because I fall asleep real quick like this. I don't know what else to say. I am 20 weeks. So I'm in my 5th month, I believe. Yes. 20 weeks. Yes. 20 weeks and 2 days. Okay. Oh, and speaking of, I gotta show y'all what they gave me though, what they made me download. And I have to take my blood pressure, okay, all the time. Okay. Every week I gotta take my blood pressure. So they have like this app called My Pregnancy Journey that the doctors make you download. And basically they track your blood pressure and things like that, and they give you like major information about your baby and whatnot. So, and just in case like anything wrong happens, it's already a track record of your blood pressure. So if your blood pressure is too high or too low, they immediately contact you and stuff. So mine is right here, if you want to see. So this is me right now. My baby is the size of a grapefruit, and I'm 20 weeks and 2 days pregnant. Yes. And that's why I'm finally getting the anatomy ultrasound. I had to be at least 20 weeks, right? I'm like, oh, you said I needed that. Yeah. So let me tell y'all. So last night I was doing my a private reading, and that's, you know, at this point she's my homegirl now, right? So I'm sitting here doing the reading and stuff, and mind you, I told y'all I fall asleep. So if I'm too comfortable, and you know how you be relaxed trying to do a reading, and you like, it's no sound and stuff, and you know, it's quiet in the room, and you're concentrating, whatever case it be, and you talking, and then you listening to the client talk, girl, I was like this. I was passing away. It was a struggle. And I said, you gotta forgive me. Girl. And then I can't make it upstairs to my bedroom before I fall asleep. I've been falling asleep on the couch for the past couple of weeks. I don't know why. The couch just seemed comfortable as hell. My bed is comfortable as hell. Paid a good price for it. But the whole time I don't want to sleep in my bed. That pregnancy sleeping tired is different. I used to fall asleep everywhere. That's how I knew for sure Cardi was pregnant. Hell yeah. Like that pregnancy. And even at work, it's a struggle for me after lunch. After I eat lunch, it's a struggle for me to finish working. Like, y'all got the best of me till 2 o'clock. After 2 o'clock, shit gonna slow down. Pace is gonna slow down. And I might take an hour and a half of a break instead of 30 minutes. Yeah, it get like that. But look, let me tell y'all. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna have to be real. We're going to have to be real and we're going to have to be honest, right? Because this whole beef is like the song that never ends, right? It's tiring, right? These girls are not 18. They're not 16. They're not 21. Fuck, they ain't even 25, okay? They're old, okay? This beef, when you look at it on both sides, you know, Cardi B's side, they want to, you know, attack Nicki and say that Nicki is the bad guy. And then on Nicki Minaj's side, they want to attack her, attack Cardi B and talk about her and things like that. And she's a bad person, this, that, and the third. But in reality, both of them are not good role models, okay? Neither one. She was sleeping in court. I would have been doing that too. Okay, sleeping in court. Matter of fact, I was on jury duty before, and that was way before I ever was pregnant. This is when I was younger, in my 20s. I was on jury duty before, and I ain't gonna hold you. I had to fight for my life to stay awake at least twice. Horrible. But look though. Both of them are not good role models. If we look at Cardi B, y'all like to say people like to say, oh, Cardi B is a hood rat. She represents hood culture. You know, oh, she's getting pregnant back to back and she's always online fighting and she's in the gang. She's not even black and this, that, and the third, right? And you shouldn't follow her and she's no role model and stuff, right? Okay, you can have that. All right? If we want to be honest, a lot of that is true. With Nicki Minaj has this tendency, even if they don't want to admit it, she brings sexual assault culture, pedophilia culture into rap, right? Basically, and she brings the whole thing about being male identified into shit, okay? So she tries to normalize that shit, right? Even down to her music. I had a YouTube buddy named Occult Gems. She used to do breakdowns about Nicki Minaj and how the unicorn and the barbs and how she's basically trying to like market to children and pedophilia and things like that. They're both wrong. I like both of their music. Personally, I like Cardi more. At least she lives in her truth. I don't know. My tuition is telling me it's literally a battle of good versus evil. We're going to get to that, right? So she would sit there and do breakdowns and stuff, and she would talk about symbolism and things like that. And she was actually spot on, right? But it's like I can't really allow Nicki Minaj to be a role model for anybody. Not with that. Not how her mother thinks, because her mother did go on a whole interview and tried to tell the public that her son Jelani's stepdaughter, who is a minor, basically coerced him to have sex with her. Okay? And it was that little girl's fault. She tried to go on the whole interview and say some shit like that. And if you're going to say some shit like that, then that lets me know what type of household Nicki Minaj was raised in, okay? Which means that her logic is fucked up from gate. I don't care how you feel. If you was raised around that shit with that type of logic, yeah, nah. I can't fuck with you on that. I can't fuck with you on the logic of sitting there trying to date a man, right? You know, we're supposed to all be sitting here saying that, yeah, Nicki Minaj can date who she wants and shit like that, but turn around and talk shit about Cardi B. But when in fact, this man was messing with another female at the pumpkin patch, right? And you still decided to date him anyway. And then, you know, this female mysteriously gets, you know, savagely beaten, you know, and beaten into silence, basically. And then not only that, this person is a convicted SO. And this one thing about allegations, y'all want to talk about how Cardi B's boyfriend has allegations. Allegations are different from facts. Allegations is way different from a conviction or from a fact. or from the fact that you have to register. Okay. First of all, matter of fact, to be more technical, if we're going to talk about Stephon Diggs too, first of all, this is what I don't like about the internet. Y'all take allegations as facts. A motherfucker can come out here and be like, oh, well, Dominique, I'm going to just use Dominique in the chat. Dominique raped me, or Dominique forced herself on me and told me if I tell anybody she was going to beat my ass. I don't have no proof. I haven't actually did a police report. I didn't sit there and do anything like a stay away order, anything else like that. I don't want Dominique locked up. I want to sue her for money. I don't want her locked up. It's a matter of fact, I just want to sue her for money, and basically, she's free to do it to somebody else. Basically, which means that you don't care about the fact that there's a fucking sexual deviant amongst the population that needs to be locked up. You don't care. You just want money, right? And there's no facts to it. But I can come online and tell y'all that about Dominique, and y'all just gonna believe me. See, that's an allegation. That's not a fact. But what's a fact is that Kenneth Petty does have to register. Okay. So that's crazy, right? But we supposed to sit there and exonerate him, but talk about Stephon Diggs. No, it don't work like that. Don't work like that. If you're going to say Stephon Diggs is horrible and a monster, you definitely got to say Kenneth Petty is horrible and a monster. Okay. So I don't see where either one of them, their decision makings are top tier. I wouldn't allow my children over Nicki Minaj's house. I wouldn't. But I know a lot of her fans would. No. Would I let my kids sit there and follow behind Nicki Minaj or Cardi B and listen to their music from front to back? Fuck no. Now, don't get me wrong. When I'm in the car and, I'll be like, you want to listen to something? You can't tell daddy. I put on some 3 6 Mafia, and that's horrible. Right? I'll be like, smack one, jack, run up with your socks, son. We be listening to 3 6 Mafia, in the car, and that is terrible. We listen to smoke that weed, smoke that weed, drink, and the whole time it's bad, right? But I would never let them sit down and literally listen to 3 6 Mafia or Cardi B or Nicki Minaj front to back privately by themselves, okay? Right? I would not let them do that. Their favorite person in the world is not going to be Cardi B or Nicki Minaj, okay? Their role model is not going to be them, okay? Matter of fact, when they become teenagers, it's still not going to be them. When they become adults, it's still not going to be them. Okay? They be like, oh, but I love their businesses. Oh, fuck that shit. Fuck them. Fuck them. None of them are good people to be role models. They're just people who make mistakes like everybody else. Okay? So I don't see where one is better than the other. And if Cardi B is a liar, Nicki Minaj is. I'm tired of people saying, oh, well, Nicki Minaj doesn't lie. You sure? Just because you tell a truth, if you manipulate a truth, it still becomes a lie. Right? Like y'all used to say Jaguar, right? She ain't never lie. First of all, if you take a truth and make it manipulate it and flip it to your benefit, it's no longer the truth anymore. So yes, Jaguar was a liar and a grifter, and she knew how to play the audience. That's exactly what Nicki Minaj does. She'll tell y'all a truth, but don't tell y'all the whole truth or the truth and manipulate it for her audience. That's what she would do. She won't tell you the whole thing. Like when she's sitting there screaming that Cardi B does Santeria, she's not telling you that she does a form of voodoo. She does it too. Yes, the best lies have truth in them. Yes. Thank you, Tweety. The best lies has a bit of truth in it. You can't, even when you praise people for being storytellers, a story is a story. It can have some truth in it, but it can also be a lie. It's a story, right? But the story got to make sense, So you'll have the lie in it and the truth, but you put it together to make it make sense, right? That's the story. So y'all I don't know. Look. Other than that, neither one of them are good people. If you're gonna rate the quality of people, right? And if we're gonna be over whatever. Oh, even when we're talking about Cardi B being pregnant, I meant to talk about that too. Cardi B, okay, she's pregnant. I did not tell y'all that in my last reading because y'all already knew she was pregnant. What's the point of talking about what's the point of doing the reading about if she's pregnant and you know she's pregnant, right? So my whole thing is with Cardi B being pregnant by Stephon Diggs soon after having the baby by Offset and breaking up with Offset, okay? Here is the truth, and people are not going to like it when I tell them the truth. The truth is, all you hoes and did some hoe ass shit. Okay. Let ye without dick in a coochie throw the first stone. If you are having sex before marriage, somewhere along the line, somebody done called you a hoe. Okay, no matter how many partners she had. There's some Christian bitch over there protesting about Charlie Kirk who will call you a hoe. Okay? Let's be real there. Okay, so since we're real there, and since we want to be the moral police, okay, and what's right and wrong, if you're having sex out of wedlock, you're not a whore. What is that? What my grandma used to call people? A skeezer, a loose woman. You're a loose woman, okay? That's what my grandma used to call them. Yeah, a Christian bitch somewhere protesting for Charlie Kirk, okay? Yes, and that a MAGA rally. Some Christian bitch over there is talking shit about you. Okay? So let's not judge, let's be judged on some real shit. So you are what they call a loose woman if you're having sex before marriage. Now, mind you, if that is the case, I have been a loose woman. Thou art loose. I was loose. Okay. I busted open before marriage. Okay. So, but I'm married now. So hopefully the marriage baptized me in the Chattahoochee River of redemption. And I am no longer loose. I am a tight, wedded woman. If we just want to be honest, right? So, and then before we get there, since we're judging about people making bad decisions, right? We also have to think about it. Somebody called Cardi B's baby a bastard. And I'm like, well, that is true. If you are having sex out of wedlock and you produce a child, and you guys are not married, technically, some Christian bitch is going to say your child's a bastard. Okay. So therefore it would be that. Okay. Now, since we're talking about marriage and telling the truth and shaming the devil, let me take this off, y'all. Because I'm getting hot. Because I don't know. We telling the truth. I'm sweating like a hoe in church now. Because, the truth is the truth. Since we're talking about it, y'all ain't never even see a fucking marriage certificate for Nicki Minaj, have you? No, you didn't. We're just going to go along with the fact that they're married. And we can say common law, but whatever. We're just going to go along with that part. They say they're married, whatever. But technically speaking, if they're really not married, then guess what? Their son is a bastard. So while Nicki Minaj fans is saying all this, that, and the third, their fave had sex out of wedlock, which makes her a loose woman, and then also had a bastard baby by fucking SO, by a sex offender. Right? Y'all not gonna like that, right? Since we just gonna be even. I'm talking about both of them. Okay? That's what happened over there. And then you got Cardi B, right? Because we back talking shit about Cardi B. Okay. She had a whole time cheating too. First of all, since we're going to be the moral police, we have to talk about cheating. All right? When you are married and you make a vow before God, right? That's because that's what you're doing. And Cardi B is Catholic, and I guess Offset is Christian, whatever, Baptist, I don't know. But they don't believe in abortions or divorce. All right. So, but they don't believe in what is it called? Extramarital affairs. Right. So really, if we're going to talk Christian, Offset is supposed to be going to hell with all his mistresses. Yes. Yes. He's supposed to be going to hell. He's supposed to be going to hell with all his mistresses. Mm-hmm. Because if you lay with a married man, not only did the married man lust and lay with you, and that's sinful, and then also you're sinful as well. But then also, Cardi B is supposed to be going to hell with Stephon Diggs. I mean, technically, if we're just going to be Christian about it, right? So they're all four of them is all okay. Well, all three and all 20, 30, 40, 50 Offset side bitches, all of them is going to hell. Technically, if we're just going to be the moral Christian police, all of them going to hell. And Nicki Minaj and her sex offender boyfriend / concubine / husband is going to hell. Right? Just being Christian. Because we're all judging. It sounds bad, doesn't it? Right? And then if you go for it, you want to judge some kids. Because, I see them going back and forth about kids. If they're not baptized, technically, depending on which faith you believe and you follow, I think that unbaptized children go to purgatory, don't they? They have a certain type of purgatory because there's different layers of hell. Look it up. Unbaptized children don't go to heaven. So hopefully one of the two is baptized. And not only that, if they're bastards, they're not supposed to go to heaven either. So y'all got to think about that. So while we sitting here judging, talking shit, we're talking shit. Believe me, there's some Christian holy roller bitch thinking all this shit about y'all. Okay? But yeah, both of them hoes. We just gonna put it like that. Both of them hoes. One bitch coveted another bitch's man at the pumpkin patch and got mad and got her ass whipped to the brink of death when she said something. That's Nicki Minaj. And then the other bitch sat there and got tired of her pH going off balance because Offset been fucking these goddamn worthless ass hoes. And then she got tired of her pH going off from that, so she waited about a week until like the bacterial vaginosis cleared up, and then she started fucking with Stephon Diggs, who also fucked up her pH balance because he's fucking other bitches and probably taking niggas' asses. So I mean, I don't know. Both of them is hoes. Okay, they talk when they rapping. All they rap about is material shit, hoe shit. I'm pretty this and that. I'm better than you, ego shit. They're not really giving me nothing that says I wanna have a Malcolm X movement. Nothing. And if you ask me, like I said, I like freestyle rap. If you can't freestyle off the dome, you're not inherently a naturally born gifted rapper. You're a poet if you're a lyricist. You like poetry. You're a poet. So Nicki Minaj would be a poet. And she dramatizes stuff. So it makes it sound better. You know what I'm saying? It delivers better, right? Because she's into drama. She's into acting. So she takes her poems and she dramatizes and acts it out, which is cool, right? But she's not a gifted rapper because she doesn't know how to freestyle. She's a good poet. Let's be honest. If you're a lyricist, you're a poet. And then with Cardi B, she's not a rapper and she's not a poet, but she's an entertainer. So both of them ain't who the fuck y'all think they are. And both of them insecure as fuck. Because I'm sorry, with Cardi B, I would not be paying attention to these hoes that is fucking with you. And the reason why they are fucking with her is because they see she got some motion. right now. So what they're going to do is they're going to leech on and they're going to get her attention the best way they know how, because they know she responds to bullshit. So the best way they know how, and they're going to, guess what? They're going to talk shit. And I guarantee you it's at least one bitch who's talking shit by simultaneously promoting their shit. Yes. Cause she is the lights right now. She's getting all the buzz, right? So she's done for that. I wouldn't have gave them no attention. I would have let them eat cake and be mad. Be mad, bitch. And I would have been laughing. And I would have been sitting there still promoting, trying to figure out who wants to do a remix and who wants to do this, right? Because you look dumb as shit arguing with yourself. And you look dumb as shit attacking, and it's one-sided. Cardi B needs to learn how to make these hoes look dumb. Okay? Because after a while, it's going to be like, well, damn, you worried about Cardi B extremely too much. Even though people are saying it now. There's more people saying that Nicki Minaj is too worried about Cardi B than there are people that really like what she's doing. But yeah. Then you have Nicki Minaj. Bitch, I went on Nick at Night's live, right? And I was in the chat. I was watching the chat, and then I went on StreamYard and jumped on her live because they was talking about it. And my biggest thing is, first of all, you're supposed to be on Mount Rushmore of rap, Nicki Minaj. You're supposed to be there. If you are an Olympian, you are one of the Olympian goddesses of rap. None of these entities or monarchs are worried about poor common folk. They're not. And if you're all the way up here, and Cardi B is trash and she's supposed to be down here, why are you getting off your Mount Rushmore to dig through the trash? Unless you're intimidated. And like I said on Nick at Night's live, what I said was, you never seen a female monarch, a queen, an empress, a ruler. You've never seen her, unless she was intimidated and she felt like this person could take their throne or threaten her realm. You never seen her worry about the dealings of a lesser bitch. You never seen it. Unless she's intimidated, she thinks that this person has a claim to her throne. She thinks that this person could overthrow her or destroy her realm. So therefore, Nicki Minaj is letting y'all know that Cardi B is someone who could overthrow her and could mess up her realm. So Nicki Minaj insecurity is just showing. It's showing on her sleeve, and it's jealous. And that's what it looked like. But if you ask me, both of them is hoes, and you shouldn't let your kids listen to them, if that is the case. But I will say this, though. Both of them will be in a long-term relationship. They do know how to be in a long-term relationship. Okay? They can. That's what's cool about Cardi B. Cardi B, she's into long-term relationships. Nicki Minaj is too, but I don't know what she be doing. But so let's just start talking about what happened, right? So the hoes is online talking shit to each other. You know, the people who, and then, oh God, it's just too much. I don't even know where to start. Y'all already seen all that shit online. Y'all seen it. I don't even know where to start. All I know is y'all talking about Barney B, and then Cocaine Barbie, and then you got Jelani, who is Nicki Minaj's brother, in the pink wig after Barney got Cardi B's wig on. Like, they just been going to hell. And you know what? I ain't gonna hold y'all. They was mad because Cardi B, because mind you, Nicki Minaj keep talking about, oh, you got a baby in your belly after you by that nigga after you was already pregnant. All types of bullshit. Just keep talking about this baby. So Cardi B started talking about the fact that her son is slow. I mean, that's what she basically said. And I'm like, well, hold on, wait. Y'all can't get mad because they're both going to hell. You said y'all are so biased, please. How am I biased? I just call them both hoes. Tell me how I am Bias, boo. I would give you a little link and you can talk, you know? I think honestly speaking, you can't talk about one negatively unless you're talking about both negatively because they both do the same shit. How is that bias? Both of them is talking about each other's kids. Both of them is having sex out of wedlock. Both of them is online acting like they're 14 and not their age. How is that bias? Both of them are only talking about fucking, making money, material shit, and they're better than somebody and they're pretty. They're not telling you about no fucking revolutionary shit. We're not going to figure out the meaning of life listening to them bitches. Tell me how I'm biased. None of them bitches is giving you the fucking tools of life. Nicki Minaj is online coked up talking shit. Cardi B and her pregnancy hormones and her bad decisions is online talking shit. What the fuck are you talking about? You're biased. Please. Please. And that's another thing. Y'all gonna start worshiping these false idols too. Yes. Yes. False idol worship. That's all I see here. That stan culture. But look, anywho, I see at this point, I would judge people for talking about kids. But at this point, as a person who's had to go to hell with another bitch before because she had nerve to talk about my miscarriage, so I talked about her baby. Baby for baby. We can go baby for baby. I'm like this now. Fuck it. I can't even tell you that you're wrong. Go baby for baby. You talk about my baby, I'm going to talk about your baby. You said, I think energetically Cardi matches Nicki, and Nicki ain't used to someone being right up there with her energetically and also protected by the industry. Basically. You got that right. And see, that's what Nicki Minaj don't like. See, Nicki Minaj was attacking Megan Thee Stallion at a time where you know people in the industry didn't find value in Megan Thee Stallion. That's exactly what was happening. So she climbed on that and glorified and basically rode that wave. Yes, that's exactly what happened. But then you have Cardi B, who's more liked in the industry than Megan Thee Stallion. So you got that issue. And she does not like that. You said not baby for baby. Yeah, at this point, go baby for baby. Ignore them. People can't even call the fool out on every side. No, they can't. They can't. They don't like that. They don't like that. Because technically, like I said, it's a Christian bitch in the cut somewhere that's saying both of them hoes is going to rot in hell. I mean, honestly. There's a Christian bitch somewhere saying that shit. So, yeah. So, baby for baby, I can't be mad. Like I said, I've had to go to hell. That both ladies are stupid. Yeah, both of them are. Because if I was Nicki Minaj, I wouldn't even be worried about the likes of someone that I say is lesser than me. And if I was Cardi B, I wouldn't be worried about a bitch who sings press. I'd keep going. You know, I wouldn't worry about it. I would take this time to shine. To be honest with y'all, that album did not do bad at all. Her album did not do bad. It did pretty good. And if I was her, I wouldn't even been worried about that. I'd been out there loving and appreciating on my fans, worrying about how I can make my songs better, by who gonna be on the remix, on this, that, and the third. I'd be more worried about all that shit. But instead, she worried about Onika and her minions. Who the fuck cares about Onika and her minions? Who the fuck? She worried about the wrong shit. That's her stupid ass. And it's both of they stupid ass. They both stupid as shit. They are. And, you know, the only smart thing is the marketing, though, because it's getting attention and things like that. But it does tell you about them. Yes, controversy helps sales, right? But it does tell you about them. They like each other because why? At this point, y'all might as well suck each other pussy or something because y'all were, 8 long years. 8 years. They both need to be in the blogs. Yes, man, you keep talking about my pregnancies when it should be about the music. All y'all bets are off. It's very annoying. What you talking about, man? You talking about me? Yeah, like they talking about pregnancies. Because that's what they saying. They talking about pregnancies. They talking about who baby retarded, slow, all types of shit. Yep. Because if we were really being honest, a 28K difference when you're supposed to be the queen is actually not a gag. Oh Lord. Because they talking about numbers, right? Now, honestly speaking, isn't the music industry itself going through something where they're not selling as much as they used to in general? Like, I heard that before. In general, music isn't selling as much as it used to sell. You know, I don't see. I feel like they both are doing good. So what's the point of? I feel like this right here. At this point, why don't y'all y'all say y'all don't like violence and people too old to fight. At this point, instead of doing all this, yeah, it's not about the music, it's something more. You said, oh, Nicki, that's all she keeps talking about is this girl being pregnant and talking about her kid. Yes, that's what she's talking about. So it's crazy to me because at this point, y'all say y'all don't like violence. Y'all don't want to see two women fight, but y'all want to see two women verbally pick each other apart. Why don't they just go ahead without security, without their men, without all these people around them? Let Cardi B have her baby first. Both of them are in top-notch shape. Let them go ahead and fight in the ring. Do a celebrity death match. Okay? I would rather see that. Let them fight it out because it's more than about music. Way more than about music. It's very personal. It's very, very personal. And if y'all still beef for over 8 years, y'all gonna beef forever. That's what y'all want. Y'all want to beef forever. Why don't y'all just go ahead on and do a one-on-one? Catch that fade. Who gonna win? I'll let Cardi B smoke a cigarette before she start, and I'll let Nicki Minaj know the line of coke before she start. They can be up, and you know them bitches that smoke coke, don't sleep on them. Them bitches be up. Like I remember, like y'all gonna laugh at this. Do not sleep on crackheads and bitches that smoke coke. Bitches that snort coke and crackheads. Them motherfuckers will fight all day. Let them get that good coke too. Y'all seen Jocelyn Hernandez when she was at that Love and Hip Hop reunion, and she said, "I thought it's weed." First of all, look, Cardi B smokes cigarettes. Nicki Minaj pop and do ski slopes. She don't want to admit it, but she does. Okay. If you actually took a hair sample from that bitch, I'm pretty sure you'll see it in her hair, allegedly. I remember I did a reading and asked did Nicki Minaj do pink cocaine, and I wanted to say no, but then I started looking at the roots and the hair on the person that was on the card, and it was all pink. I'm like, you gotta get Nicki Minaj a hair sample. That's how you test her for drugs. Don't just swab her mouth. Don't just make her pee. Go ahead and take a piece of hair out the root, and it'll be in there. Allegedly, you gotta take that hair sample out the root. But yeah, let them go into a celebrity death match. I give Cardi B a pack of Newports, and if we can find some pink cocaine and some Percocets, we can give it to Nicki, And they can be out this motherfucking slam, bam, thank you, ma'am. And we can all get this shit, you know, on the books, and whoever wins, and that's it. That's it. But y'all don't want to do that. I don't see why y'all don't want to do that. Ain't nobody messing up people's career. Ain't nobody trying to gatekeep. Ain't nobody trying to block people's sales. Ain't nobody down to nobody no more. Just go ahead and let them fight. Why not? Y'all okay with them talking shit about each other, baby? She admitted to it. Said she got it prescribed for menstrual cramps. Percocets for menstrual cramps is crazy. Why would they give you Percocets for menstrual cramps? Percocets is highly addictive. They don't just give you that shit. They don't just give you perks for menstrual cramps. They're not supposed to. But then again, celebrities, you know, they got them doctors that'll do whatever they ask them to do. Mm-hmm. That's what happened to Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson got a doctor that would give him exactly what he wanted. You know why we invested? They are doing magic on us. They are. Because of social media. Social media is putting it in front of our faces daily, child. And you from South Africa. See, that's the thing. And see, that's another thing. I keep on talking about this because I am stuck on just blaming Cardi B, saying, oh, she does Santeria, she does this, and she's so bad because she does Santeria. Shut the fuck up. Okay? Because to be honest with you, that bitch do shit too. If the industry, like I said in the last video, and I'm just ranting, but I got to do this reading and stuff. I'm going to get there, but we talking shit. You know, I haven't been on live for a long ass time, so I just want to talk mess. You said I don't know who she thought was dumb with them damn perks. Ain't nobody dumb. They're not just giving you perks for cramps. Now, they give you like Motrin. You know, I ain't going to hold you. They never gave me that, but I got it from my grandma because my grandma has lupus and arthritis and stuff like that. She used to get 800 milligram Motrins for her lupus and arthritis. So when my cramps was real bad back in the day, I used to ask her for 800 milligram Motrin. Work just like that. Gone. And you get a good 5 hours of pain relief, certified pain relief. You don't feel shit for 5 hours. But they wouldn't even give my grandma perks. Not for no like pain. You know, the only time I had a Percocet is when I got shot in the leg. When I got shot in the leg, they gave me morphine at the hospital. But when I went home, they prescribed me Percocets. And, you know, back in that day, you know, I was in my early 20s. And, you know, the last thing my mom and my grandma wanted to do was let me, you know, regulate that myself. So they used to feed the Percocets to me. So they give me a half a Percocet. It started as a prescription, then it turned into something. That's how I think. Yeah, that's what I think. But Percocets for cramps is crazy. They're not just giving you Percocets for cramps. They gave me Percocets for a gunshot wound. They're not giving me Percocets for cramps. They gave me acetaminophen for cramps and stuff. You know, acetaminophen is the generic version of like Tylenol and things like that, right? A heavier dose of acetaminophen. But they're not giving you Perkies for cramps like that. But I got Perkies for my motherfucking gunshot wound. No, I ain't gonna hold you. Because the next day I woke up and all that medicine wore off. And I thought I was gonna jump up because I was so high. They had me so high, I forgot I was shot the night before. So I had woke up and jumped out of bed thinking that everything was everything and fell on my ass. Because I couldn't. The pain was real. So I had to pop a perky for that one. But yeah. So I think it probably grew into something. But if you have an addictive personality, because she said she liked to sniff bleach. You sniffing bleach, bitch. That means that you have an addictive personality. That means you're prone to all types of drugs, bitch. You're sniffing bleach. That means you'll sniff cocaine. Can't tell me nothing. Okay? But back to where I was at. Yeah. About this magic shit. Y'all want to sit there. Let's bring it back. As an African American, Do you think Cardi was right about Nicki being abused? Oh, we're gonna get to that too, because I want to get to the bottom of stuff, because I gotta get to the reading. But I wanted to talk about this doing witchcraft and spirituality and stuff, right? As an African American, if you are with that narrative and you want to say she's bad for doing this, you were stupid. And the reason why I'm going to say you're stupid is because, and that's going to be biased of me, because what I don't understand is we are African Americans, descended of slaves, right? Slaves. You know what they did to slaves when they got here? Not only did they beat the shit out of them and shit, they wanted to strip them of their homeland, of their language, of their heritage, of their beliefs, of their spirituality. Okay? All that, right? As slaves, right? So what they did was they wanted to strip them of their religion and what type of spiritual practices they practice. So they took Christianity and they forced it upon them. And then they also manipulated stuff. Certain things we didn't even know about in the Bible. It had to be manipulated as a reason why you should be a slave and should stay a slave. If you're good to master, you're going to go to heaven. You know, things like that, right? They manipulated you into being indoctrinated into Christianity, right? And all the belief systems of Christianity. Even Santeria and even hoodoo and things like that. A lot of times that stuff happened because they had to practice behind spiritual. They had to practice their real religion and their real beliefs behind Christianity and Catholicism. Okay, so when Master wasn't looking, so when Master coming to the church house, he thought that you was giving your prayers and stuff to the Mother Mary and Saint Joseph and shit. And when he left, behind the statue was your actual shit and your actual altar for your deities and your gods and your goddesses that you actually pray to and shit. So the shit was forced upon people, such as slaves, right? So how can you weaponize that and say, yeah, oh, what Cardi B, what she's doing is wrong if she practiced Santeria. What she's doing is wrong when in fact, nigga, you should be somebody who honors your ancestors after the fact that they have been stripped of everything that they have been stripped of. You should understand that, okay, it is okay to practice ancestral worship and things like that. First of all, them white folks who put you in chains was scared of you enough to strip you of your ancestral beliefs and shit and made you be a Christian. You didn't just your ancestors didn't just become a Christian because they wanted to. It was beat onto them. Okay, so I feel like it's stupid for African Americans to ever down somebody who has a spiritual belief. At least they believe in something that their ancestors believe. I mean, shit, we over here adopting shit from our oppressors. I mean, I don't know. Like I'm all cursing and stuff, but y'all see where I'm going with that. So I don't get that. I don't. And then if the industry is so fucking bad, and the industry and everybody in it is so fucking evil, and they're doing all this ritualistic shit and everything, why the fuck do y'all think that Nicki Minaj is not doing it? I had a female that tried to tell me that, oh, Nicki Minaj is doing it, but she isn't doing it because she wants to do it. The fuck you mean she isn't doing it because she wants to do it? If you're doing shit, no, you're practicing that shit because you want to practice that shit. It takes effort. It takes effort, bitch. You're not just doing it because whatever. No, you're in it. It's either you're in or you're out. Don't try to sit there and compromise for somebody. That's exactly what you're doing if you're doing it. So if Cardi B is doing it, Nicki Minaj is definitely doing it. Okay. So, all right. So let's get into this reading and figure out what is the issue and why is it so deep, what the problem is. So please forgive me because I'm not gonna lie to y'all, my wrists and my hands hurt like shit. So I'm a shuffle as much as I can until my hands hurt. Yeah, they all dabble in shit. So what's the point of pointing her shit out? You look like a damn fool. to just say, oh, it's just Cardi B. Oh, it's just Rock Nation. Oh, it's just Jay-Z. Oh, it's just Beyonce. All of them dabble in shit. If you're going to point it out, point it out. True, both are spiritual, but utilize it differently. No, they're both doing the same shit. They're both utilizing it for fame and fortune, protection, and to go after a bitch they don't like. That's what they're doing at the end of it. That's what it is. They're not using it to make the poor rich, are they? No. They're not using it. They're not using it to be wealthy in order to take their wealth and split it amongst their fans. No, they're not. They're both using it for the same shit. None of them are Robin Hood. None of them are stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. None of them are helping shit. Nicki can speak on using spells because she has her own spiritual team. You got it in the industry. I just mean different resources and gods. And so to a Christian, right? If we're just going to be Christian, because there's always a bitch over there, a Christian bitch over there. To that Christian bitch over there, she's going to tell you that both of them are satanic. I mean, I'm just being honest. She's going to tell them that both is not of God. So why are we trying to point fingers? They're both fucked up. So let's get into this. Because Cardi B is reacting. And we're just going to keep it 100. This whole album and her going after people is her reacting. She's a reactor. And that's the thing. Also with Cardi B, the problem is with her, you have lost control if you react. Okay? So that's a mental tactic. Speaking of mental tactics, this is just a sidebar. I was listening to the biography and stuff of Vlad the Impaler, right? So with Vlad the Impaler, the one thing that still his practices and his means to fight his opponents actually help form military strategy, because he introduced the art of mental warfare. Mental warfare. Right? So mental warfare, what he did was because his emotionally unbalanced. Yes, I'm a PK and trust the mindset is stupid. So whole time, with mental warfare, what Vlad the Impaler did, the real Dracula, so the real Dracula, the Dracula character, the Bram Stoker's Dracula character was inspired by the real Dracula, and whole time his nickname was he went by Dracula, but his true name was Vlad, right? So whole time Dracula is actually the son of the dragon, and he got that name because his father and other noblemen was a part of a Christian order called the Dragon, and they were fighting Islamic Ottoman whatever people, in those type of spiritual wars. So they named him the son of the dragon, which is Dracula, right? So but he got his name Vlad the Impaler because of the mental warfare that he introduced to the battlefield. And basically, he would impale his enemies on sticks and shit, right? And put them in order. And so, to make people afraid, to put fear in the hearts of his opponents. So, and it worked to the point where a lot of the people who came to the armies that came to fight against him, it worked to the point that a lot of the soldiers would be in fear to even fight, and they would retreat before they even get close. Okay, so what happened was it was such a good tactic that the military to this day uses the art of mental warfare. Okay, so what's going on is that's what Nicki Minaj is using. Nicki Minaj and her constituents is using towards Cardi B, and it's basically Cardi B is a reactor. So she loses every time she reacts because of the mental warfare. She has to be mentally equipped and mentally strong, and she's not. She's very much shadow side Libra coded. Coming from a Libra, we dabble in the shadow side. It's very emotionally unstable because of our mouth is our problem. Yeah. You don't have to respond to everything. You don't have to go to every party you're invited to. You know. But I ain't gonna lie. That's the other thing. No, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna tell you I'm perfect and I don't do that. Because, bitch, you got me fucked up. Sometimes, if you catch me on a good day, we going to hell together, okay? You open up the elevator and hit lower level of hell, bitch, we both gonna scrub the ground together, okay? Together as a team, we scrubbing the ground. We getting low in Hades, okay? We gonna be at the bottom of hell together. So, if you don't like it when people say shit upon you, and you want to go to hell with me, then you gonna want to kill me by the end of the day. That's how I'm gonna go. I'm one of those type of people. You know who else is somebody like that? Messy Maya. Messy Maya from New Orleans. He'll make you want to kill his ass. But not only that, it's messed up because somebody ended up unaliving him. But yeah, his mouth. That's the one they said, if you got a big back, bitch, then you got a big back. But yeah, but let's go ahead. So we just gonna ask this. What's the real reason that Nicki Minaj is coming after Cardi B? What's the real reason? We're gonna ask that about Nicki Minaj, and then we're gonna ask why is Cardi B coming out after Nicki Minaj? What's the real reason? Because at this point, it's more than rap. It's more than rap. It's more than entertainment. She's sabotaging her. It's calculated. Like she knows she has deal with Rock Nation via Live Nation. So maybe it's a dig to Jay to say she thinks women who have reproduction problems, blah blah, is yeah. But here's the thing. You can't cry victim and be like, oh, she talked about my reproduction problems because she said I was doing too many perks before. And I had to stop doing all them perks so I can have a baby, right? But you was talking about her newborn that's still in her unborn. Why are you talking about her unborn? That's dumb. So only dumb people that's kissing her ass would think that one-sided, because in reality, why are you talking about this unborn baby in her belly like that? And why are you even talking about kids in general, bitch? What the fuck is wrong with you, bitch? But it's dumb as shit. And yes, she's sabotaging her. It's very obvious. It's very obvious. It's the mental warfare. It's the psychological games, the tactics. Yeah, it's very obvious. But it still makes Nicki look bad. And her fans don't want to see it that way, but it does. It totally does. It's calculated because she is a ticking boom, basically. And it totally does. And to be honest with you, you make the rumors of you on drugs seem pretty accurate. So let's see. What's the real issue that Nicki Minaj has? Like, what is the real problem? Like, what is this problem with her? Like, because at this point, it's bigger than her rapping. It's bigger than just throwing shots online. Cardi B got a place within your head and your heart and in the pits of your soul that she stay at to keep you irked and upset at her. It got to be something. So what's the problem? 1, 2, 3. This is so petty. You know, this is petty. Petty as shit. And I just pulled 3 cards, petty as shit. We can just be honest and say this is the, you got the Princess of Cups, the 5 of Wands reverse, and the King of Pentacles upright. You know what the problem is? You're mad because this is someone who is, the princess is a page. This is young. This is young child energy, right? So we're gonna talk about it in a few different ways, because this is different representations. This is, I don't know if y'all want to say double entendres or some shit, but let's talk about one layer of it. The one layer is the obvious. It's the youth. She's young. She's young. She's intuitive. She's the Page of Cups, right? Good news, good prospects about this young one, okay? She's fresh. She's still fresh. Cardi B is still fresh. Cardi B still has people's attention. But it's not just about Cardi B. It's the young and the youth and the being new. It's the new era of music, the freshman class of music and things, right? You got that, right? And then you have the industry. And I want to say the King of Pentacles to me will be the industry, the execs. In the middle of it is past conflicts. So the next big thing in executives, that's a problem. So the next big thing, the next young up-and-coming person in executives, and the conflict of that when it comes to her. So it is sad that people already know what the problem is, because see, that's one level of it. The other level that she has against Cardi B is the fact that she has children. Okay, that's why she keeps bringing up kids. She has children, and at one point she did have a husband, right? Yes, the Page of Cups is actually likable. They really are. The other part is that she has children. And then the other part is who she's affiliated to, the industry, this, that, and the third. And because she actually has people backing her. Now, the sad part is that y'all talk about payola, industry plant, and shit like that. The same people, Nicki Minaj gets upset because it's not benefiting her right now. Because she did the same thing, and she had the same people backing her at one point. And it benefited her, and she had no problem. She was the apple of people's eyes. She was the page before. And the same people that backed her is the same people that she's upset with. So, and it's always a man. She's always upset with these men, these executives. So, and I said that about SZA. Like these managers, executives, whatever. It's always a man in the industry that she's mad at. And a lot of it, because she's male-oriented and she's male-centered. So a lot of it is that when they don't choose her anymore, she gets upset. Okay? She gets upset. Also, if it's another layer, the Princess of Cups talks about good news. So she's also mad because Cardi B's album did do well. And she's mad because her team, the execs, made sure she did well. So she's at odds with that too. So again, y'all talk about payola and things like that. She's mad at her for having payola and things, but she also does payola. And at one point, she used to do payola. And again, she used to be the Princess of Cups. And guess what? She used to have the same people that would back her payola. They used to happen with her too, and it still happens with her too, but she's mad at her. So it's really dumb as shit. And remember I told y'all she tell half-truths? That's part of the half-truths. She'll tell you, oh, Cardi B is a plant. She's being backed and things, but the whole time this was her before too. So if you're going to tell the whole story, not only do you say, well, Cardi B is a plant, she was backed by certain people and they strategized and they manipulated until she became famous. Well, they also did the same to you too. The real story is that's what they do to everybody who they want to back and they want it to be the new it girl. I mean, I talked about on Nicki Minaj, on Nick at Night's platform, how, you know, they try to say it can only be one black female rapper. Well, they also said it can be only one black female supermodel. And remember when Naomi Campbell and Tyra Banks was put against each other? And Naomi Campbell seen her as competition and they was trying to replace her with her. That was her new version. That was the new version of her. That was going to be the new it girl. Well, technically, she wasn't lying. But however, she didn't tell y'all about the part that at one point, she herself was given the same package. So when you get the same package, when you got that package, it was beneficial and you ain't had no problems with it. But when Tyra Banks get the package, the stimulus package, it's a problem. So when Nicki Minaj had the package, it was all good and gravy. But when they gave the same stimulus package to Cardi B, it's a problem. It's jealousy and the fear of being left behind. Now, here's my thing. If you're on Mount Rushmore, you're forever stamped. If you have been considered enrolled in the Olympic rapping gods of Olympia, the gods of rap who sit high on Olympia, if you've been inducted to sit amongst them, you'll never be forgotten. Okay? You're legendary. Okay? So my whole thing is, what is this fear that's deep rooted? Yep, saying the same things Kim was saying and called her delusional. And Cardi is also going to go through it too. It's a cycle. It's the circle of life. Every monarch itself that lived on the planet Earth had a time. Okay? Do we have to bring up the Lion King? Do we have to bring up different dynasties in Europe and South Africa, Asia? What the fuck? Everybody has a time. But guess what? The crown is going to pass on to another. Okay? Nobody's going to live forever. Nobody is going to be in the sun forever. Everybody got a chance to be in the sun. So it's just a cycle. And she's mad, and then because you brought up cycle, this makes sense. You see these circles behind this man? It's supposed to represent pentacles, though, but it's a circle. A completed cycle, right? So she also mad because the industry and the men in the industry tells you when your cycle was done, right? She feels like it's being forced on her. And I'm like, well, it's not necessarily being forced on you. It's going to happen naturally. Like, and that doesn't mean you have to stop doing music. I mean, you have older singers and things like that who's been doing music the whole time. But it's just that they phase out. It just is what it is. And even if they're still famous and if they're still, even if they're still in the front, the focus is not going to always just be on them. And that's what she wants. She wants to focus only on her. And that's not going to happen all the time. Like, she hates it when Glorilla gets her shine. She hates it when Megan Thee Stallion got her shine. She hates that. It's something that's in here. Like, matter of fact, it's not in here because it's your sternum. It's not even where your heart is. Right here is where your heart is. Right underneath right here, touch right here. Your heart is right here. It's right there. That's where it's at. That's the pain. Okay? So she has a pain for that. And it's an inner conflict about that. And that's things that she don't tell y'all, that she needs to tell y'all. Because honestly speaking, to keep it 100, if you just told people the honest to God truth about why you're feeling the way that you're feeling about these other artists, and it's coming from the heart, and you're really vulnerable, and you're not blaming nobody, you talk about the you fact of it, your audience will like you better. And you will get a lot more fans if you just told the truth. And matter of fact, they would fuck with you more. Okay? Even though she has millions of fans, but they would be more understanding and fuck with you even more, and you would be more relatable instead of looking and sounding delusional to those with sense and who are not followers. Like, because, and then that's another thing. Nicki Minaj reminds me of the blind leading the blind. I thought I freaking sneezed on my fucking, not sneeze, but I thought my nose got the running or something. I'm like, it's my nose running? But nah. Yeah, but that's what's happening with Nicki. So what is Cardi B's true issue? Deep in her heart, what is the issue with her and Nicki Minaj? Why she got an issue with Nicki? Because my wrist starting to hurt. Oh God. 2, 3. And then my thumbs is going numb. Oh my God. Like these right here is numb. Then my wrist hurt. Like it felt like I knocked my wrist into something that I didn't even knock my wrist into. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. The bottom of her heart. What is the real issue that Cardi B has with Nicki Minaj? Nicki Minaj represents the tower for Cardi B. The tower moments. It's like an explosion. So it's like things, because you know what a tower. Let's talk about the tower. Let's talk about New York, the Twin Towers. How long did it take to build the Twin Towers? How many floors was the Twin Towers, right? So this was building up. This was building up to heaven, okay? The tower was going up to heaven. All right. It was knocking on heaven's door. Okay. The tower was building, and it's just different things building between, and it's not just Nicki, it's her fans, it's the negative stuff online, it's the negative things, even the shit that ain't got nothing to do with Nicki, her husband, the motherfuckers is telling her she can't ride, all this shit is adding up to this tower. And Nicki done gotten here too, right? Because if I keep poking at you, if I keep doing this, you can't rap. You can't rap. You can't rap. You don't deserve to be here. You don't deserve to be here. You don't deserve to be here. And I've been doing that. It's going to add up. Somebody is going to be like, bitch, and get the fight. You know? It's going to happen. So, and Cardi B can be a hothead. It's the temper. Boom. Okay? The plane hits the Twin Towers. Okay? And it's a tower moment. It has to end somewhere. Cardi B feels like it has to end somewhere. But every single time we have these tower moments, it's like somehow, some way, people want to start rebuilding the tower. So they don't want it to ever end. It's like it's a never ending thing. It's like, the tower already fell. You got this tower moment. And that's another thing too. Then you have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is the representation of someone's creativity and someone's new beginning for action, enterprise, relationships, creativity, passions, right? And then you have the Star card in the reverse. She has a problem with the fact that, okay, here she goes right here. She is going through her creativity, going through her things, wanting to be something, wanting to pursue her creative idea, her creative expression, want to pursue her dreams and things. And to be honest with y'all, it does not matter if you feel like somebody can or cannot. What's for them is for them. And also, you should never tell a person that they can't pursue their dreams and this, that, and the third. Like, that's crazy. You don't ever want to be a dream killer. She thinks that Nicki Minaj is a dream killer. She wants to kill her dream, and she wants to kill her celebrity, and she wants her wishes not to come true. She really do believe that Nicki Minaj wants to stop whatever she has going on in life. That's why you have this tower and this star card in the reverse. She feels like Nicki Minaj wants her to give up hope. Okay? And that's not fair. And Nicki Minaj wants her star to be dragged down, like this tower to fall, the star to be dragged down. Nicki Minaj wants that for her. And to be honest, you can look at this as a stick. Nicki Minaj also wants to knock it down. So Nicki Minaj wants to destroy her. That's the thing. So things keep happening, and she's blowing up because Nicki Minaj wants to destroy her. That's how she feels deep down. So my whole thing is, are they ever going to get along? Ever. Ever. It's like, how I get into this? Like, because at this point, I don't even know what else to say. Like, are they ever going to get along? 1, 2. Needing to walk away from things that don't serve them. They got to cut that shit out. If they cut out the shit that don't serve them, walk away from the things that don't serve them, because this online stuff is serving them for like drama and being messy sales and stuff, but it's not serving them the way it's supposed to. It's 12 o'clock already. I got to get in the shower and everything, y'all. So let me hurry up. It's not really serving them at all. Also, if they're able to be fair and honest and tell the truth, and maybe they need someone to go in between them that is fair and honest, and they can tell the truth too. Then 6 of Cups though is nostalgia, but it could be like coming together in a way. But out of anything, you said nah. I'm gonna say nah. But they can stop what they're doing as far as being online and stuff and worry about other things, worry about their family, worry about their children. Yeah, fuck you. Ain't no point now. It's done. 6 of Cups, let's talk about children too. But to be honest, ain't no point. But somebody would have to come in between them, even if it's down to the law. Okay? Somebody would have to. And they would have to have an honest conversation. But I don't think they're going to be friends at all. But look, y'all, it is 12:10. I got to be there at 1 o'clock, girl. I got to hurry up and get in the shower and get dressed real quick. So I love y'all for real. I'm going to come back and I'll just give y'all an update on my anatomy, ultrasound. So I love y'all for real. So I got to go, y'all. I got to go. I've been on here. I was really on here for an hour and 37 minutes. How is it 12:10 already, y'all? I love y'all for real. Peace.